What's up, y'all? Today we're talking about why Xbox VR is not a thing yet. So let's go ahead and talk about it. The head of game studios at Xbox, Matt, is saying that he's waiting for a bigger audience in AR and VR. Of course, PSVR 2 has been catching a lot of hype, which is weird. I mean, I would say that they're the biggest competition for Xbox right now, not deemed as performance or graphics or anything like that, but just in hindsight, right? When we're thinking PlayStation, some of the biggest rivalries on Twitter, all over social media, is always PlayStation versus Xbox. So it's unfortunate that PlayStation already on its second VR headset has not really inspired Xbox to get an actual virtual reality headset going, or even an augmented reality headset, something that kind of allows for them for the next generation of gaming. But he does say that it's way too early for them. So with PSVR 2 and Quest 3 and Apple Vision Pro, I myself was hoping that we'll definitely get Xbox virtual reality, and they're also stating that there was hopes for Xbox virtual reality. So the head of Xbox says that Xbox games need 10 million players to be considered successful, and he believes the audience is not quite there yet on both platforms. So I'm gonna go ahead and just quote like what he's saying right here. He says, "I think for us it's just a bit of wait until there's an audience there," meaning that he doesn't think that there's anybody really in depth for virtual reality, which I highly agree with him, to be honest. I think virtual reality still falls under the radar. Despite there being a lot of successes within it, there's still a lot of things that go under the radar of virtual reality. He also says we're very fortunate that we have got these big IPs that have turned into ongoing franchises with big communities, but he says that's the kind of scale that we need to see success for the game, and it's just not quite there yet. So again, he keeps implying that AR and VR is just ways out, which is very true. And I have discussed in prior videos also why Apple Vision Pro is actually a good route to look into for these bigger corporations that want to jump into this virtual reality realm pretty soon, or this metaverse. Microsoft is actually no stranger to virtual reality though. They've collaborated with HP and Valve on the HP Reverb G2, and they prioritize like enterprise focused mixed reality HoloLens headset. So they're in the mix, Microsoft. They just don't really want to actually release their own deemed title within Xbox. PC Game Pass supports various VR games like No Man's Sky. There's only a handful of VR supported first party titles from Xbox Game Studios, Microsoft Flight Simulator, and Minecraft. He says they're just not ready to commit outright to virtual reality by itself, but this hasn't stopped them from partnering with other companies. Microsoft CEO confirmed that the Xbox Game Pass library is coming to the MetaQuest store via Xbox Cloud Gaming, letting you stream 2D games to your headset. However, no updates have been provided since. That was a while ago. Matt calls it a very small market, and that Xbox isn't building anything specific for that. I still think that there's a lot of economic issues to work out in terms of the cost as well. So in a weird way, it ties back a bit to your AR VR question, and it's something that we feel that we need to end up being involved with in technology. Overall, Xbox just feels that there's not enough profit, there's not a big enough audience, and also just it's a confusing tie to get into, which is weird to assume knowing that their ultimate competitor PlayStation has done 2 versions already. I just feel that they don't want to get involved as it's a mixed relationship with virtual reality right now. I do believe Xbox will get into augmented reality pretty soon, and just like what Apple Vision Pro is doing when they notice the effects on that, because I think Apple Vision Pro is going to change people's mindsets where they feel that that's going to be virtual reality, when in reality it's going to be augmented reality and mixed reality. So it should be like that. It should be your overall physical state, then it's going to be augmented reality, mixed reality, then it'll be virtual reality at last, which is years on out. But that's what Xbox is trying to say. They're like, hey, that technology is too far. Nobody's really building a hype to really want to jump into an external world like virtual reality, and I don't blame them for that at all. I really don't, because there's a lot of times where I feel like VR is way off, still very far advanced for people to even understand still. So y'all gotta let me know what's up. Do you still think Xbox should still dive into an AR VR headset? Because I mean, PlayStation's doing it anyway. That would be fun to have more competition within that, and especially if it's focused heavily on gaming. Y'all gotta let me know what's up. Provide some insights, man. This article was very interesting and really caught my eye, so I wanted to share with you all and share my insights as to why it's definitely not happening yet. I'm pretty sure it will happen at some point. I appreciate y'all. Y'all have a good one, man. Peace.